What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super pumped because we're gonna be doing a different kind of video for my channel. We're gonna be doing my first ever declutter video, and honey, do I need to declutter. If you guys watch my beauty room tour, you know homegirl has a lot of makeup. I'm somewhat of a hoarder. Like, I try and go through every couple months and like declutter my collection and like donate some stuff that I'm not gonna use or throw away expired makeup. But I've never actually like filmed it on my channel before, but so many of you guys have requested to do a declutter video. So I figured that I would start with a category of makeup that I have a ton of, that it's been a while since I decluttered. And that is my palette collection. I love eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot of them, but today we are gonna go through and declutter because I like to keep them all in a drawer. You guys, it's a little bit lower than the camera, so you can't see it back here, but they have overflowed into like 5 other drawers, and I wanna consolidate them into just one drawer again. So we're gonna go through all my palettes today, declutter them. I'm gonna keep some, donate some, and then throw away any ones that are like really, really old. I donate to a bunch of different women's shelters in my area, as well as one that's in New York City. And a lot of them won't take used makeup, which I totally understand, but a couple of them will actually take gently used powder products, so eyeshadow would fall under that category, so I am able to donate the palettes that I no longer want that aren't expired yet. So it's like a win-win. I get to clean out my collection and I get to donate to somebody in need. So yeah, I figured that I would film it today and it would be something kind of fun to do together. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and also hit the little bell button to be notified of all of my future uploads. And once you're done hitting the bell, just comment notification squad down below and you'll have a chance to be featured in my next video. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this drawer right here is where I keep most of my brand new palettes. So this one is actually pretty organized. These are the palettes that I use most often, as well as new ones. Like we have the Tarte Aspen Overed palette, the new Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered in here. So I put a bunch of the new palettes that I get that I want to try out, as well as old favorites in this drawer. So this one is actually pretty organized, but I really only want this drawer to be devoted to palettes, but this has like overspilled into many other drawers, which you guys will see, but this is kind of the drawer that I would like everything to be able to fit into. So we'll go through this drawer first. There are some in here that I probably don't need anymore, and then we will go ahead and move on to the other drawers that I have palettes in that are much more messy than this one. So the new Tarte palette, I'm going to keep that. I'm gonna keep the new Rose Gold Remastered palette from Huda Beauty. The Too Faced White Peach palette, this is one of my faves. It's so, so pretty. So I am going to keep this one. This is the little Smashbox X Vlada palette. This one I'm going to donate. The Natasha Denona Tropics palette, I'm gonna keep this guy. Then we have this little guy from Tarte. This is their Double Duty. Ooh, this is a pretty palette. Actually, oh my God, see, this is gonna be my problem. I'm gonna wanna keep everything, but I'm gonna keep this one. This is a little Z palette that I have with some of my favorite shadows from Makeup Geek, so I'm definitely keeping this. I use that all the time. I have these little e.l.f. Little tape things for your eyes, which I'm gonna keep. This is the Tarte, this palette. This is so, so pretty, if I could open it. Love, love, love this palette. It's beautiful, but I think it's time to retire. I'm going to donate this one because I think this was limited edition, so I probably won't use it on my channel if you guys can't get it. I already did a video with it, so I wouldn't want to use it again in the future if people couldn't get it. So typically with limited edition stuff, I do donate it after I use it, so I know not to use it again, so I don't show you guys products that you can't get. Then we have the Tartelette Toasted and the Tartelette in Bloom. Definitely gonna keep both of these. Then we have the Pure Soiree Diaries palette. I love this guy, gonna keep this. This pile is way too big for my own good. In the back here, I have the new Violet Voss Pro Palette. I haven't been able to try this yet, so definitely keeping this. I have the Violet Voss X Nicole Concealio palette. I'm gonna keep this one. The Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Adore this one, so gonna keep it. Then I have the Violet Voss Hashtag palette. This one's really pretty. I really like Violet Voss, so I am gonna keep on to these. I have this little guy from Narcissus. This is the Cheek palette. Oh no, this is actually an eye palette, but I do think I am going to donate this one. Then we have the Tarte Park Ave Princess. I really like this. It's like a contouring kit, so I'm gonna hold on to this. The Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Again, gonna hold on to this guy. The little Tarte Maneater palette. Gonna hang on. Violet Voss Taupe Notch. These aren't my favorite kind of shades, but if I ever want to do a cool toned look, this would be good to have, so keeping it. Oh, you guys, I'm kind of being a hoarder. I promise when we get to the other things that I don't have like new or some of my favorite palettes, we're gonna be donating a lot more. Over here in the front, I just have the little Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat, which I am gonna keep. Then I have this little Courtney Kylie eyeshadow palette. I already used this for a video and I feel like no one can ever get these. So I probably will donate this one because I probably will not use it in another video going forward. They were really nice though. Like I liked using them, but I have so many palettes, so somebody else could use this. Then we have the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. This is super pretty. Gonna keep this because I really only got to use one shade in it. And then I have the Too Faced Natural Eyes, which again, I am going to keep. Then moving towards the back, I have a lot of these little palettes. So these are the Huda Beauty Obsession palettes, these little mini ones. So let's see, this one's warm brown. These are my sort of shades, so I'm gonna keep that. This one is a Mauve Obsessions. That's really pretty and I've never used it, so I'm gonna keep that. Then we have these Smoky Obsessions. Oh, also really pretty. I'm gonna keep it. And then we have this Narcissist. This is a cheek palette. This is really, really pretty, but I'm going to donate this one. Then up front here, I have this little tiny Natasha Denona palette. This is really, really great for traveling, so I'm going to keep this. And then I have this little Makeup Geek palette that I keep some like larger potted setting powders in, so I'm gonna keep those. Then I just have little cotton swabs, obviously gonna keep those. And then over here, I have all these palettes that fit really nicely in order. These I'm all gonna be keeping, but I will go through and show them all to you. This is the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie, gonna keep that. The original Urban Decay Naked, the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette, going to keep it. Naked 2, Naked 3, Naked Heat, going to keep all of those. This is the Anastasia Master Palette by Mario. I believe this one has been discontinued, although I love the shades in this, and Anastasia's shadows are really, really nice. So I am going to keep this guy even though it has been discontinued, just because I will personally use it. Then I have the Too Faced Peach Palette, definitely keeping that. The Chocolate Gold, I believe I liked this palette. Ooh, yeah. This is a really pretty palette, gonna keep this. Then I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. This one I could probably do without. These shades are not my absolute favorite, so this one I'm going to donate. Then we have the Chocolate Bar palette, definitely gonna keep this guy. Then we have the White Chocolate Bar. This one was really pretty. It's very different than a lot of the other palettes that I have, so I am gonna keep it. Then we have the Original Chocolate Bar, going to keep that. Ooh, this is a Lorac Pro Palette. Oh my God, this is an old palette. Look at how small those shades are. Like that used to be normal. Now I feel like they look so tiny, but I do really like this palette, although this has been in here for so long. I feel like I should probably throw this out because I've had this for a very long time. So I'm going to retire this palette to the garbage, unfortunately, because I feel like if anything is expired, it's probably this, because I have this for probably the longest. And then we have the Too Faced Clover palette, which is really pretty. Gonna keep this. We have the Urban Decay Beach, just got this. I really like it, so I'm gonna keep it. I have the Pure Contour Diaries. I am gonna keep this. I only used it once, but I remember liking it, so I'll keep that. I have the IT Cosmetics You Sculpted palette. Again, this I really like. I had the older one, which I used so much. They came out with new packaging. This is the newer packaging, but I remember liking the older one, so I'll keep it. This is really old, so this one is going to have to be retired. I've had this for a really long time, so I am going to throw this one out. I believe it was expired. And then I have the classic Anastasia Contour Kit. This also I've had for so long. It's probably time to retire it and toss it because I'm sure it's expired by now. All right, so that is this drawer. We made decent progress. Like I said, this is the drawer where I knew I was going to be donating or throwing out the least amount of stuff because this is kind of my go-tos and my new stuff. Now we're gonna move on to drawers where we're probably gonna get rid of like everything. So let's go ahead. All right, so now we're moving on to the Alex 9 drawers. I have a bunch of stuff in this drawer. So up first, we have these new Makeup Geek shadows. I am going to keep these. They're brand new and I haven't gotten a chance to try them yet. This guy is from Deck of Scarlet, but this is like an empty palette where you can put panned eyeshadows in, so I am gonna keep this. I have a couple of these sort of palettes in this drawer, which I'm gonna keep. Then we have this guy from Urban Decay. This is an all shimmer palette. I am going to keep it for times where I want an all over the lid kind of shimmer. This is the BH Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I think this is like really, yeah, it's super colorful. I am going to keep one colorful palette, so I'm gonna kind of put this aside. I may donate this because I'm gonna keep one super colorful palette, so we'll see which one I choose, but this may be that one. I'm not gonna donate it just yet. Then I have a Z palette that has some of my favorite shadows from Makeup Geek. I am going to keep this. Then we have an Ofra palette with their different highlights in it. Gonna keep this. Few more of these empty sort of palettes, which I'm gonna keep. In the back here, we have, these are all the single shadows from Deck of Scarlet. These are really, really nice, so I'm gonna keep this. And we have a Morphe palette, let's see. Okay, so this looks like it is like highlights. I will probably keep this one. We have a lot of these Morphe ones, so let's see which ones we're gonna keep. Okay, so this one is more like contour. Let me put it next to the other one. I'm only gonna keep one, so let's decide which one I think would be better. I think this one is better suited for me to keep, so I'm gonna keep this one and toss this one. Or not toss, I'm gonna donate. Then we have this guy right here. This has some random shades in it, honestly. I'm gonna donate this. This one, we have a bunch of different contour shades. I am going to keep this. Then we have this Tarte palette. Again, this is one that you can put your own shades in, so I am gonna keep that. Then we have some more Morphe. This one, okay, these are all really too dark for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this. We have a Deck of Scarlet palette. I believe this was, yes, this was the one that I did with them, so definitely gonna keep this as a little memory. Then we have this old MAC palette. Oh my God, these are like all OG shades from MAC that I bought. Honestly, it is probably time to retire this. This is really, really old, so I am going to toss this one. And then we have one more Morphe palette in the back there. This one is all highlights. I am going to donate this. And then I just have these little jewels here, like in case I ever go to a festival or anything. These are from Tarte. I'm gonna keep these. And then I have this little MAC palette, which is really cute, but honestly, I feel like I'll never use this. I don't really use these kind of shades, so I'm gonna donate. All right, now over here in this drawer, I have a lot of palettes as well. These are more smaller palettes, but honestly, I like never ever reach for these. From time to time, if I'm traveling, I will, but for the most part, I don't reach for a lot of these palettes. So we're gonna go through them now. Up first, we have this little Anastacio. We actually have two of her little quads. I made these myself. I really like these, so I am going to keep these. If I am traveling, these are definitely ones that I reach for. Then we have the Urban Decay Naked Basics. I'm gonna keep this guy. We have the little Maybelline Gigi Hadid. Again, I believe these were limited edition, so I'm gonna donate this one. Then I have this little Huda Beauty bright color palette. Not sure that I'm honestly ever gonna use this, so this one's gonna be donated. Then I have a little empty Anastasia quad, gonna keep this. Then I have the original Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, so they reformulated or they redid the packaging, so I have the newer packaging, so I'm gonna get rid of this guy, and I'm gonna donate it. Then I have a bunch of these little guys from Smashbox, and these are so, so cute. I love Smashbox, to be completely honest with you guys, but I never find myself reaching for these little palettes just because I typically use more than 3 shades, and I like to just, on my eye looks, and I like to just use one palette, where with these I feel like I need to use multiple. So I never find myself reaching for them, as cute as they are. So I am going to go ahead and donate these because I feel like somebody else could use these a lot better than I am, because they're literally amazing. I remember I used one of them and the pigmentation was awesome, but I just don't find myself reaching. So I'm gonna go ahead and donate these. Then I have another Tarte Maneuver palette. They are slightly different, but I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. I'll keep the other one that I have. Up front here, we have the Urban Decay Troublemaker palette. I forgot what this looks like. Okay, so this is a palette that I probably wouldn't use just based on the shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. Then we have this cute little guy from MAC. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. I like the shades. Then we have the MAC Patrick Star. We have both of them. This was from his original collab with them. He's come out with a couple other collabs since then. So I'm gonna go ahead and donate these ones. Then we have this palette from The Balm, the Meat Matchmaker. I don't think I've ever used this, but I'm gonna go ahead and donate this guy. Then on the bottom here, we have a little e.l.f. shadow palette. Ooh, this one's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna keep this guy. I'm gonna move this drawer out a little bit so we can move some of these things up front. So we have the Pure Trolls palette. This one's really pretty. It has pops of color as well as neutrals. I have used it before, and I don't know that you can get this anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate it. Then we have the original Kylie Bronze palette. I've had this for a really long time. I honestly don't reach for it very often, so I'm going to donate this. Then we have the Maybelline Total Temptation palette. I'm gonna go ahead and donate this guy. And we have this cute little guy from Tarte. I really loved the front of this palette, but I don't know that I will really use these different shades, so I'm going to donate this. Then we have the Makeup Shayla little collab with Maybelline. I'm gonna go ahead and donate this. Then we have some Marc Jacobs. Ooh. These little palettes from him. I know these are really, really pricey, and they're beautiful. I think I'm gonna keep, I don't wanna keep all of them, so I'm gonna keep this one because these colors look really nice. Ooh, Dang, this one's really pretty too. Wait, let's look at the last one. Okay, so this one is not really shades I will use, so I will donate this one. And then in between these two, they're really, really pretty. I feel like I would use shades from both, so I am gonna keep both of these guys. Then moving on more to the back, we have this Becca palette, and this is their face palette. I have a lot of their face palettes, but this one is really, really pretty, so I am gonna keep it. Then we have this Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow palette. I definitely wanna keep this. I wanna do like a full face first impressions with a lot of their stuff on my channel, so I'm gonna keep this guy for that. We have a Shop Violet Voss, the rainbow eyeshadow palette. Oh my God, this pan size is huge, but I don't know that I will use these shades, so I'm gonna donate this. And then more towards the back, we got 3 left. I have this palette from Tarte. Oh, this is cute. This is super cute, but I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. I'm gonna put this in here. It's brand new, because it's similar to the Maneater palettes, which I have, so I'm gonna donate it. Then we have another guy from Tarte. Ooh, oh, I remember this. This is really nice, the Ladies Night. I have another one of these somewhere. I'm not sure where that is, but I know that I do have another one, and this is really great because it has like everything in it. It has like the blush, the highlight, the bronzer, and all the shadows, but I know I have another one, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. And then we have the Pure My Little Pony Movie palette, again, really pretty with the different colors, but I think I'm gonna keep the BH Colorful palette, and I'll have that if I wanna use colors, and I'll go ahead and donate this guy. All right, so we made a little more progress in this drawer as far as donations go. We have a lot, I have them kind of scattered down here. All right, so up in here, I have a lot of palettes as well. I kind of keep them in this acrylic organizer. I got this at like, I wanna say Office Depot or some random store, but we're gonna go through these. Up first, I have the Huda Beauty Winter Highlighter Palette. This one I will probably go ahead and get rid of. These aren't my sort of shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this. Then we have the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. I use this all the time, so definitely keeping this. Then we have the Violet Voss Pro HG palette. Love, 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 love this palette, so definitely keeping it. Oh my gosh, you guys can see in the mirror how messy my beauty room is. I'm sorry. Then we have the Violet Voss Laura Lee palette. This is super, super old. I don't think you can actually get this anymore, so I'm going to donate this one. Then I have this guy from Tarte. This has a bunch of their loose shadows in it. I really like this one, so I'm gonna keep it. Then we have the Violet Voss Drenched Metals palette. This one is really not my sort of shade, so I'm gonna donate. Then on the side here, we have the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. I really like this palette, so I'm gonna keep it. And then we have a bunch of these little Smashbox guys. These palettes are so, so cute. They like change when you move them around, so let's go through them. This one I like, so I'm going to keep it. Then we have this guy. These shades I probably won't use as much, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. Then we have this one. Again, these are not my sort of shades, so I'm gonna donate. And then last but not least, ooh, we got some colorful ones, but again, I said I was only gonna keep one color palette, so I'm gonna donate this. Then we have the Anastacio Modern Renaissance palette. Love this, gonna keep it. Then we have the Jaclyn Hill Becca Face palette. I don't think you can actually get this anymore, but I really, really like this palette, so I am gonna keep it. Then we have the original Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. Since I have the new remastered one, I'm gonna get rid of this one and I'm gonna donate it. I have the Too Faced Natural Love palette. I love this palette, so, so pretty. So many neutrals, it's a huge palette, so definitely gonna keep this. Then poking out the top up here, I have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I really, really like this palette, gonna keep it. I have the Tarte Big Blush Book. This is so cute. I literally love it, but I have all these blushes in like their own pan shades, I'm pretty sure, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this to somebody that could use it better than me. Then we have another Tarte palette back here. This one is so, so pretty, but I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. I've had it for a while and I don't reach for it all that often. And then I have 2 Z palettes filled with like OG Makeup Geek shadows, so I am going to keep these. And then last but not least, I have some random palettes up in here, so we're gonna go through them. The first one is this Icon Pro palette. I am gonna keep this. I do really like this. And then we have a bunch of Morphe palettes. A lot of these are similar, so we're gonna go through and see. This one is the 35F. This one is super pretty. I like the tone, so for now I'm gonna keep this, but I may change if I like another one better. Then we have the 35W. I prefer the other palette, so I'm gonna donate this one. Continuing on, we have the 35K. This one is super cool tone shadow, so I'm gonna keep this just because it is different than most of the palettes I have. Then we have the original, this is the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, so I am gonna go ahead and retire this because you can't get it anymore, so I am going to donate. And then last but not least, we have the 35N, and this is what this one looked like, and I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one. All right, we have made quite a mess, but I'm gonna go back to that original drawer and see what I can fit in here. Originally, I wanted to have all my palettes, but I'm starting to realize that's probably not gonna be a reality, but we're gonna try and fit in here as much as we can. I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit so you guys can see a little bit closer what we're doing. I probably won't talk through this part. I'll just speed it up so you guys can see me trying to rearrange and fit stuff in here, and we'll see what we can fit in. Oh my Lord, these lights are bright on me right now, but I just wanted to close out the video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and decluttering with me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel right down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.